Hello, Cancer. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Cancer. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. I've got some Lenormand we're going to look at this week for the overall energy for the week ahead. Cancer, I'm always reading for the week ahead. You probably know that if you're my ride or die and you've been here before. And if you haven't been here before, would love for you to stay if you enjoy this kind of read. And please, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner if you decide to stay and join this very big and growing Cancer tribe. Let's find out what's going on for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. What does Cancer need to know for the week ahead, which is the end of April and the beginning of May if you are here real time, but it doesn't have to be because whether you get it today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate. All right, so we've got the Tower. We've got the Compass. I feel like you're taking a new direction in your career here, is what it looks like. A new direction in your career, because I feel like you have, I'm going to say you've come to a place where maybe you've hit a glass ceiling. It also feels like, it feels like you feel like you don't have anything left to learn where you are. And I feel like you're taking a new turn or a new direction. And you know, the Tower that is in Lenormand is very different from the Tower that's in the tarot. The Tower in Lenormand is a place where you get it's like you at the top of the spire, you really get a really good bird's eye view of what's going on, a lot of clarity with the sun in the background. Card number 19 is the sun in the tarot, so it feels like the Six of Swords is here. You might be moving on from somewhere, and I feel like this is telling me you're taking a different direction. I feel like that you were at a place that I think served you well. I think that you learned a lot of things there, but it's come to a place now where your compass is pointing elsewhere. It's time for you to figure out where the next place is. For some of you, it might be north. For some of you, it might be south. But we do have the fox, right? And the fox it's like the fox is looking back at the compass. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go in this direction, but I'm just going to take one last look back, make sure nobody's following me, is what it feels like. This is card number 14, which is Temperance in the tarot. And so it feels like a moment of alchemy has shown up here. The Nine of Clubs in the bottom right-hand corner is telling me that's the Nine of Wands. And it feels like for some of you, possibly in this springtime, if wherever you are, if spring is now, I feel like you could be leaving a place of work and taking a different direction. It feels like it's not an easy thing for you to do, though. Card number 36 is a 9. It feels like you agonized over it or probably thought about it a lot. It doesn't have to be a job that we're talking about, but this is a corporation or institution or something that's bigger than you. So take it as it resonates for you, and if it's not yours, don't take it. Six of Clubs or Six of Wands is in the bottom right-hand corner. I feel like it's important for you to get a victory. It's important for you to come back to yourself, to find out what it is that you want. I feel like with this cross, though, it tells me that you're a little bit saddened by what you've come to. And that's what happens sometimes when we go into the Hermit energy. Card number 36 is a 9. 9 is the number of the Hermit. When we go into Hermit energy, sometimes we find a little bit more than we bargained for, right? Things become really clear. We start making decisions that maybe we know is going to hurt our heart, but is going to bring us to a place of victory. The Six of Wands is what I'm talking about. Victory and success, I feel. Yeah, you're really looking at something super close. And I think that it's probably, you're looking at now this place that served you well, wherever it is, could be a relationship, could be a business. It feels like for most of you, it's going to be a job, though, that you're leaving. Maybe you don't know that yet. Maybe you start thinking about that in the week ahead, but it feels like somebody has set up too many obstacles for you. It feels like you've really looked carefully at these obstacles and said, you know what, I'm not really ready to scale that mountain yet. I think that they're trying to make me jump through too many hoops. And so, you know, I think that the cross is telling me that maybe you're a little bit sad that you've got to leave there, but I think someone's realizing that I've got to do it. I've got to go, because I feel like card number 14 is a 5 also, and maybe it's leaving you in lack. All right, let's take a look at some tarot. Let's take a look at some details for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, if you are interested in a private read, there is a sale on for just the next 5 days only. We've got 10% off the pre-recorded readings, 75% off face-to-face readings. Please look in the pinned comment for your coupon code. And head over to Hypsy, or Hipsy, I should say, if you would like to look at my pricing. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. Tell me about Cancer. The sun is shining on the Ace of Wands. It is, in fact, time for more excitement. It's time for you to feel the passion about what you're doing again. And it feels like it's gotten dull or gray. It feels like you're no longer passionate about the place that you are. And so I feel like the Ace of Wands has shown up. And with the sun shining on it, the Six of Swords in the bottom right-hand corner with the card 19, which is the sun, it feels like you've realized I've got to go if I want to be excited about my life again. That's what it feels like. We'd have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you've outgrown it, is what's happening here. You've grown so quickly, and I feel that the place that you are possibly right now is a place that served you well, grew you. I feel like you learned a lot of things about yourself. Possibly it gave you a lot of financial success, but it feels like it's time to go. It feels like it's now time for moving along the path. Tell me more about card 14. What's this? We've got the Six of Pentacles. It's time to find what else is out there. Because I feel like the place where you are right now, you're not getting a whole lot of reciprocal energy. It just feels like maybe you're in a cubicle, in a building, in the middle of your city, and like it feels like you want to be more than that. And I'm not saying that that's not a good place to be. Look, I lived very happily there for many years in the corporate world until I wasn't anymore. And that's what I feel like this is. It feels like, you know what, it served me well, gave me a pension. I feel like it's just time for me to grow. Like it feels like you're outgrowing your, you can see how many sunflowers are coming out of that one pot. It feels like you're outgrowing your environment. It feels like you've become a subject matter expert on time or on direction, or you know now what direction you want to go because you're clearer on who you are. Now you've got to pick a direction. It's also the consequence of the Eight of Pentacles, right? You start to be bigger, faster, better, stronger, and you start to do the self-mastery. And as you start to grow, you start to outgrow the vibration that you're in. It's time to go to the next one. So I feel like you're going from the Eight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. It feels like you've done so much self-mastery that it's time now for you to lay down your own plans, right? To adorn the place that you want to be, like to claim your, you don't do that in the backyard of a place that you have rental property, right? You do that in a place where you own the property. So it does feel like you've now come to this confidence that I can grow what I want. I can grow my own food and eat from it. And if I grow my own food, if I plant the garden, the butterflies will come, and then I can continue to change and transform, right? Transformation is butterflies. And so I feel like you are, for some of you, it does feel like you could be leaving like maybe a corporate job where it made you a lot of money, but you're not really all that happy. And possibly you're opening your own business or becoming really creative. It feels like you're, wherever you are going, wherever it is, whether it's a new business or a business that's yours, or you're working for somebody else, your money's going to multiply, I'm going to say, because we do have the Queen of Pentacles here, right? And you give her a seed and she will grow a garden, right? You give her a seed and she will grow a child. I'm talking she because there's a woman on the card, but feminine or masculine, whether you're the Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, right? It's, I feel like you know how to multiply things or grow things here. The Six of Pentacles is here. Why is that? I've got the Five of Swords. You know who I think that is, the Six of Pentacles? These are all people who really do give you reciprocal energy in this place where you are right now. And I think that's what's making it sad. Because when we leave a place that you've been for a long time, and it looks like possibly you've been there for years. For some of you, you've been there like maybe 15 or 16 years. It feels like you've been there for a long time. And it's going to be hard to leave those people. But what's on the line is you could stay in this place where you could probably work until you retire, but it feels like you want more adventure than that because the Six of Wands is here. So it's sort of like you're in two minds, like you're arguing with yourself as to, I'm going to be really sad that I got to go, but I'm looking forward to the future where there is going to be success and excitement. So the Five of Swords is here, and it feels like it's going to be a really hard decision to do it. And you are going to have to leave some people behind because you come to a place now where you have fundamental differences with the people that you work around. I feel like you're trying to free your mind, free yourself, free your time, become more creative in your life. And I feel like these people are in swords. And I'm not saying at all that swords are boring, but I'm saying that these people are rule followers. They are rule setters, and then they follow their rules, and that's what they do. And I feel like, the creative part of it is the Pentacles. And so I feel like you're ready to do more than follow the rules, is what it feels like here, Cancer. We do have the Magician. Yeah, you're in your manifestation energy. We're talking about butterflies, right? You're in your manifestation energy. I feel like you're metaphorically ready to plant the garden so the butterflies show up. You're ready to change. You're ready to explore. You've got all of the aces in hand, and you know that you can do whatever you want with them. So the first ace that you use, I believe, is the Ace of Wands, and that's because the sun is shining on it. It's like that's the first one that you see, and it gets you really excited about all these things that could grow from this place that you are right now. You start to see the future a little brighter because the sun is here. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, please. Ace of Wands and this Tower, please. We've got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you are disconnecting and leaving. We've got the Death card in the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely. It feels like you are giving up one for another. You've seen the light here, and it feels like the light is telling you that it's like you were lost in a sea full of other people. And it's like you're lost in a sea of other people who are all doing the same thing, who are all wearing the same thing. Like, I don't know if you're in a corporate world, but for me, I used to work in a corporate world, like I call it the cement jungle. And everybody was wearing a suit, and everybody's wearing black shoes, and everybody had their hair the same, and everybody's wearing the same shoes and the dress and the purse. And you know what I mean? Like it's just everybody's the same. And I think that you are a little bit more creative than that in your thinking. And so I think that you don't want to be in that energy anymore. I feel like it's nostalgia that has kept you here this long, because it feels like you've really built up a reputation, or you've really built up a friendship, or, like you see people at your workplace more than you see your family. They start to feel that way. And so it feels like you are going to have to lose friendships, right? The death card is here. Some of those relationships are going to drop off. I mean, probably most of them, but some of them are going to transform, and you'll be able to keep them. But some of them, people will be putting you on the outside looking in, and that's something you're going to have to face. But ultimately, the Ace of Wands is here, and I feel like it's going to make you feel excited about life again. Creating things that are your own, things you make with your mind, your hands. I think that's the most exciting part of it. Got the Six of Pentacles here, and we've got this card number 14 here. Got the Devil energy. Yeah, I feel like that's what was keeping you chained there, because it feels like you would rather that these people come to the new vibration with you, but they're not. They will stay in the Groundhog Day. I feel like you're the one who is ready to take some sort of a risk, or has a creative mind, and it feels like it's dulling your senses where you were. The Devil is here, and you were chained to this group of people. You were chained to giving reciprocal energy to these people, and I feel like the Knight of Wands is like the Spitfire. It's like, now I've got this excitement for life, and I've just got to break out of the Eight of Swords. I don't want to be stuck here with these people, stuck to this job, and then look back on my life and say, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I wished I would have done that. So I feel like that's when you whip out your compass here, and it feels like it almost feels like it is a bit of a moral compass, I want to say, because your morals are different from the corporate world morals. And I think that your morals are about you, and the corporate world's morals are like, use you up, toss you aside, I just want my money out of you. And so I feel like you find this new inner compass, is what it feels like. You now start valuing yourself more. That's what the Pentacles are. You start valuing your time and valuing your energy, your creative energy. Tell me what the Eight of Pentacles and this compass is, please. We've got more Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles this time. The Star is here, and more Pentacles. Look, if you're starting a business, I feel like you're just gonna hit the ground running. I feel like there's something that you've been working on on the side, like a side hustle, or underneath the surface. It feels like you've been really working hard on something that you thought wasn't going to reap the rewards of much. But I feel like it's your wish fulfillment. It's what you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like it does take off. When you can focus on that thing instead of focusing on, instead of being interrupted in the mind. And, the corporate world is designed to dull our senses. And so I feel like you have to get back into this place of creative growth and doing your own thing. I feel like this Nine of Pentacles tells me with the Seven of Pentacles that I feel like you were holding yourself back, like you were playing it small. But when you finally let yourself go in the slingshot, I feel like you were in the pocket in the slingshot, and then finally you let it go and you decide you're going to barrel forward. I feel like the star shows up and begins to give you more hope. And as you get more hope, I feel like the doors open to this place where things begin to grow for you. The Magician is, I feel like you've been fighting your magic. It feels like maybe somebody told you, yeah, in this day and age, it's really hard out there. Don't do it. It's really hard out there. And I feel like finally you decided that they were lying to you. That's what it feels like here. Tell me what your wish fulfillment is here. The Magician, you're manifesting a lot of things, brand new things, good things. I feel like the Queen of Swords tells me that look at that. Yeah, you're becoming the boss is what it is. You're becoming the boss, more secure, more grounded. You are rooting yourself in a certain place. It does feel like you are a warrior. I'm going to say that this is not something new to you, but it does feel like it's a leap from where you were to where you're going to be. And you don't know how it's going to work out. And maybe it's a little bit worrisome at the beginning, but I feel like the Queen of Swords is no slouch, right? The Queen of Swords knows business, is very smart, super on point, is this good speaker, good negotiator. And I feel like the Three of Swords, you go from the Three of Swords to the Queen of Swords. So feeling like you couldn't have it, it wasn't working, I'm disappointed in it. But it feels like the good news is that I feel like you move into the Queen of Swords energy, whether you're feminine or masculine. And the Queen of Swords energy, this person could also be a person of influence that you know. But it does really feel like some of you are moving from the Queen of Swords energy into the Emperor energy. So I finally liberate myself, break myself free. I'm honest with myself. I break myself free from or liberate myself from the Three of Swords. I'm no longer in this energy of it's not going to work. Now I'm in the Page of Cups energy. And I feel like it doesn't take you long to start your own business, become very stable, very sturdy, possibly start your own corporation. All right. So I feel like you just don't see any of it coming at this point. It does feel like maybe you are inspired in the week ahead. As you start looking at maybe your side hustle or your projects or whatever it is, it feels like that's when your compass changes and you realize this is the one life that I'm going to remember. It's not the one life you're going to have, but it's the one life you're going to remember. And I might as well slide into home with mud on my face, right? Yelling, woohoo, right? I feel like that's it. So you do have Cancer, Pisces energy here. And there is a little bit of worry, I think, because it's the unknown. But I'm going to say just get comfortable with being uncomfortable, Cancer, because I feel like things are going to work out the way you want them to. I think that all the end of this, you become the Emperor, whether you're feminine or masculine. I feel like you become the person that everybody wants to be because you broke out of the matrix, is what it looks like. All right. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to be back because I'm always back, Cancer. Tell me what's up. Tell me in the comments. Love you guys. Bye.